I think you could start seeing it midway through the spring, really. Just guys showing up to study hall on time, being where they're supposed to be at. Excuse me, throughout the summer, being at this weight, whatever time their weight group was going to be there on time. We saw that throughout the summer where guys were getting better and better with that. And it's really just accountability. And I think that's probably the biggest thing that you can see where the buy-in goes. When you come into our building, when we have a team meeting, everybody's there. They're ready to go before the meeting starts. We don't have anybody dragging in late, all those kind of things. I mean, that's just a sign of a team, growing up and becoming more accountable. And we're not there yet. We're not fully where we'd like to be, but we're a lot closer than we were, I can tell you that. And it's good to see that. It's good to see how the guys have come around. You wouldn't have to ask me. You could ask our secretaries or Justin, our academic part. They'll tell you the same thing. You just sense it and see it, how everybody's a lot different than what it was.
And I read where you said that you had to love them up.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what form does that take? And
well, you can't always just cuss somebody out 24/7 every time you see them. Who likes that? Raise your hand. Anybody like that? You have to show them love, meaning give them some praise, man. We're all not as bad as what we sometimes we think we are. So loving them up means we're giving them praise. We're building them up. There's two different ways you can talk to somebody. And we're trying to talk to our guys in a positive way. We're trying to show them, for example, right throughout camp, every day we take the offense and we're showing them, we'll find if it's 8 clips that are great clips, we're going to show them these. This is what we're looking for, guys. So we show them that every day. Here's the clips we're looking for you guys to do. We're not showing them as a unit the clips that we don't like. It's pretty obvious, we know what those are. Here's what it should look like. So we're showing them that. That's just one example of it. And just trying to build them up and get them a little confidence, and then now if things are not going good, not going the way they should go, then we're going to get it corrected. But you can't always just beat them down all the time. And I think that's kind of the difference.
Coach, since your staff came in, is there one particular guy that's like, you got to beat him out of the gym, you got to run him out of the weight room? That one guy that's kind of like bought in right off the bat, and like just been amazing for you guys?
Well, I think there's been several guys that have done that. It's ironic. We talked about Evan Conley. He just showed up that day of January, but he's not left the building. Like, he's there all the time. Which is awesome for a guy. But he didn't know any better. He never, he wasn't here before. He don't know any better. That's just the way he is. I think Malik Cunningham was been that guy. All summer long he's going throwing extra in the indoor and. Traeger. So there's several guys. Haycraft, he's been phenomenal. He does everything he's supposed to do, and then some, and a little bit extra. So, I think there's a lot of those guys. I think the more we get those kind of guys, then your team starts coming along. You get a lot better with that, and that's part of the culture that we try to create. Is that I want them to come to the building. I want them to want to come to the building all the time. Like when we don't have it, when we're not doing anything, guys, come over here. Get some extra work in, watch some extra film, whatever that may be. We want it to be welcoming for them to come over here and have fun. One of the players today told me, he said, Coach, this don't even seem like football. I was like, what does it seem like? He said, man, it's just fun. And that's what we want. We want that. We want that. Once you're having fun playing this game that we all loved when we were a little kid, and these are in a sense, they're little kids out there trying to play ball. That's what we want. That joy, that excitement that you get, that translates into getting better every single day. And that's kind of where we are right now. I think they're just getting a little sense of that. And I think we'll just, we'll continue to get better. We're by no means going to be, where we want to be. I think, but every single day we're going to get better and better and better. And I think hopefully we'll be able to see that, I think as we get on the field.
Coach, the first week of practice, health-wise, how are the guys? And it looked like Malik was limping a little bit.
Yeah. Malik, he did. He tweaked his knee this week. Didn't go today. He's going to be. We want to be precautionary with him because like I mentioned, how hard he's been working. He's in great physical shape. He's made a lot of great plays. So he's going to be a guy that we'll take our time. I don't know timetable when he'll be back, but he'll be back soon, hopefully, and because he's going to be in the mix. He'll certainly be in the mix. He's too much of a dynamic player to be standing on the sideline with me. We think we've all talked about that. Between him and Poom and Evan, those three guys. All three have to be ready to play at all times. And because we all know how quickly something can happen to a quarterback, and then the next guy's got to be just as good. So, we'll take him, day by day, and hopefully he'll continue to get better.
Other than Malik,
I think today we had some guys get dinged up. Okay. You have 140 snaps. you're going to get some dinged. I think, I hadn't seen the injury report, but I do know that there's guys that were dinged up today. We'll know more about them probably tomorrow. Some of the guys got dinged up, came back and still finished at the end. There was others that did not. So we'll get that. But I knew I told Matt Summers, our trainer, that, hey, be ready, because after this, there's probably going to be something in there. But we needed to be physical today. We talked about it early. We knew the first 2 weeks were going to be a physical camp. Guys are going to get dinged, and then we'll pull back off of them, a couple of weeks prior to Notre Dame.
Scott, how on the offensive line, how big can a guy like Mekhi be as a leader with those other guys? And you mentioned Cole, but Robbie Bell played a lot of games as well. Is he kind of in the mix?
Yeah, no, Robbie's been playing right guard for us, did some good things today. Kai is such a physical presence out there. A lot of his stuff is just his leadership is really just by doing it, and us, we know we're gonna have to run behind him. Those running backs want to get behind that big body and make some good great yards, which we did today. There's several times we're in the red zone and we scored behind him. But yeah, Robbie's played. Haycraft, I think, has been very, very solid. But Kai is just a different kind of animal out there. He's got the size that you all want and the strength to be able to push guys around. He should be able to be dominant, quite frankly.
Coach, how does Malik's need figure out and affect the QB battle?
Yeah, well, right now him and Evan and Pass are getting all the reps, and we're probably going to end up helping Evan, quite frankly, because before Malik was getting a lot of those Evan reps, so now Evan's going to get a lot, which that'll help him in the long run. Probably end up helping us down the road. And then when Malik comes back, Evan's reps will go down. But I think right now, he's getting a ton of those reps.
Where's Pass making progress since
Yeah,
first came in?
yeah. I think just probably confidence, to understand what we're doing and knowing where to go with the football and not being hesitant. I think decision making's been good. So he's today he had some good plays, but he also had some plays where you got to get better at. Overthrowing some guys at times today. Threw into coverage a couple of times. But over the course of that many plays, it's going to happen a little bit. But I think just understanding what we're trying to do offensively, he's got a great grasp on it. Every single day, you can kind of see him, the lights kind of going off on what we're trying to get done. Every practice, he's probably taking the ball down and taking off for great runs. 30-yard runs, 40-yard runs. I mean, for a big guy, he can run. And I think that'll surprise the people this year.
Did you have to work harder with his psyche when you first came in? You were trying to build it up.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously we did, because he was as down as I've seen, really. But yeah, over the course since we've been here, he's done a great job of coming into the building and just learning what we're doing. I think that confidence that helps build him up, and then he's made some great plays and throughout camp and these last 6 practices. So that confidence that just going to keep coming every day.
A lot of talk about the offense, but what's your impression on the defensive side of the ball?
Yeah, I mean, defensively, like today, they created some turnovers today. I don't know if it's maybe 3 or 4 or 5 turnovers. If we go back, I don't know, but that's great. That's what we want to see. They put pressure on the quarterback today. A lot of different ways of doing that for them. They were running around. We got to tackle better. Right now I don't think we tackle very well overall as a defense. But I think overall they made a lot of good plays today. There was times that offense drove the ball down the field today, and then the defense knocked them out. I got a field goal range. That's the kind of stuff that you like to see. Hey, offenses may drive the ball, but you don't break. Don't let them get in that end zone. So I thought that part of it was good. I think overall they're getting better defensively. We still have to put more pressure on quarterbacks, take more pressure off our DBs. But our DBs, they did a good job of not giving up balls over the top today, which that's a bonus. I mean, that's one thing. I didn't think we did a job early on, but they're doing a lot better job with that, keeping everything in front of them.
Scott, in general terms, not specific to this team, but when you are trying to evaluate quarterbacks, what mental attributes do you look for?
Well, there's so many things that go in there, but quick processors. I think that is key with playing quarterback, because things happen so fast. And people talk about pre-snap reads, but so much of this stuff happens post-snap. Yeah. And you got to be able to decipher it just like that. And it's not only the passing game and what we're doing; it's in the run game as well. So, just a quick processor is probably going to be the biggest thing. I think the other thing is probably mental toughness. I think those 2 things, man. If you're both of those, then you're going to be very, very good. You don't necessarily have to have a strong arm. I think if you can process fast and you can get the ball going when you need to get it going, and you can make plays. But And then you're going to take some shots in this offense. So you have to be tough, physically and mentally, to get back up and go to the next play, because you know, you're obviously every play is going through that quarterback.
Coach, notice that